Hey, how's everybody doing? What is it doing now? Come on now, allow me to do it. I don't know, it's acting wacky. It's just, it won't. Come on, I go that way and then we come back. Whatever. It's acting crazy and it won't do what I want it to do. So, heck with it. So, we're going to do it this way. This is the way we film. I'm sorry. Just got to have to deal with it, and that's the way it will be. So, didn't get off to a great start, but it'll get better, I promise. So, we don't need that. That won't work. I'm just going crazy, isn't it? Sorry about that. So, I wanted to take these off, please. Take a minute to talk to you. Just talk to you and I. How about that? That works for me. Um, some of you know me, some of you don't, and that's all good because I'm just like you. I'm looking at what's going on in the world, and it breaks my heart. Breaks my heart for many reasons. Man, I don't know about you. I should imagine if you were raised anywhere, anything like I was, breaks your heart too. Because if you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, you understand that it's not supposed to be like this. It's not supposed to be like this at all. We've been lied to. People are lying to us. There are people who uh, will cut this off because they know who I am now, and they don't want to hear me talk about God. And there are people who know what Jesus has done in my life, and they'll want to listen, and that's fine. But if you don't want to hear that, please hang out for just a minute, because I want to talk about uh, where we live here in America. Well, we call it America. See, I was raised to believe all those things, that we had the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, and these things were important. These were written by geniuses. They were flexible documents. They were documents that uh, served everyone, right? Now, there's people that are going to say, well, there's always been elite, and there's always been, yeah, there has, right? And I can't do anything about that. And I can't do anything about what's happened in the past. For that matter, neither can you. What we need to think about is right now and what's going to happen in the future. And how can we affect that? How can we affect that positively, right? How can we make this world better than it is right now? How can we get back to those core values that are in those documents, the Declaration and the Constitution? I mean, heck, even the Magna Carta and all of these documents, all of these sets of instructions on how to run a country or guidelines on how to run a country, they were based on one thing, and that's his book. You know, that book with the morals in it, the Judeo-Christian mindset is the base for those 10 Commandments, kind of the base for the laws in the country, right? And when you take the base, the full foundation out of a building, it crumbles. And that's what's happened. Okay. Now, I'm going to say some things that you may disagree with, and that's fine, because everybody's allowed to disagree. It makes it healthy. But these are kind of facts, right? And the facts are you're either serving our creator, the person responsible for the book, or you're serving the adversary, the person that's trying to take over the person who is responsible for the book, the word of the Lord, this guy. So, who are you serving? Right? Do you get up every day and go to work and try to do the right thing every day to try to, move yourself forward and help your family? Think you're a good person and I'm doing the right thing. Yeah? I have some liberal ideas, but I'm not hurting anybody else. So, you know, leave me alone. You have no business judging me, and I'm not judging you. I'm not. I want you to judge you. I want to know who you're serving, right? And by who are you serving, do you serve yourself or do you serve our Lord? And with that question, I'm asking you, if you have free time, do you pop a cold one and watch TV, or do you try to go out and help somebody who needs help, or be of service to somebody in your family, or somebody in your community that needs it? Right? They have these people, these evil, evil monsters who have infiltrated the levels of government, right? Levels of government and every other thing to do with society, the church, even the church. These monsters, these evil, evil servants of the adversary, have turned everything upside down. There is no truth and there are no consequences. So go do what you want. Live your best life. Don't worry about the other guy. Right? If he smacks you in the face, you shoot him dead. Right. I used to live that way. I used to be that person. And, you can look at me and say, yeah, you were a piece of garbage, Ron. And I was. You're right. I was a piece of garbage. And I'm not anymore. I don't want to be. I want to be a better man. I want to be a friend you're happy to call a friend. I want to be there when I'm needed. I want to serve my community. For the longest time, in the I've heard it said, you get what you deserve, and that's what we're getting right now, what we deserve. Right? These monsters have taken over. Right? They have filled people's minds with lies and just so many lies. Right? How can abortion be called reproductive rights? How does that work? And why don't they just call it killing the baby before it grows, instead of using that word abortion? See, the adversary's servants, they like to use different words because the real saying of what they're doing, it's reproductive rights. You don't know anything about it, Ron. You're not a woman. No, I'm not. And I never got anybody pregnant in my life either, because I was not corpus mentis enough to raise a child. Was not responsible enough either. So I knew better. And I'm proud of myself for at least that much. But I'm telling you this, if you support what's going on with this sexual abuse of children, and the fact that they're being trafficked, and Jeffrey Epstein is a small piece of that. There are little children being used in ceremonies there, and I don't care whether you believe me or not, they're being broken in order to contact spirits in the other realms, so they can get the power that they want from these demons. And they are. And they are the people that you see on TV. They are the people that are hosting the show. They are the people that are starring in the show. They are those people. They are the people on Capitol Hill. They are all of the politicians. Yes, all of them. Every one. Because if they don't do it, they know people who do it, which makes them complicit. And the fact that I know they're doing it makes me complicit. So I'm telling you, they're all guilty. It's time for us to put God back in this country. It's time for us to suit up with the armor of God and tell the adversary and his minions they're no longer welcome. They're not welcome. And if you want to stand on the side that molests and abuses children, beats children, hell, beats women, sexually traffics them and boys and anybody. If you're on that side, I don't want you on my team. And I don't want you around me because you're the enemy. We need players on our side. We need Christians, good Christians. We need people that serve the King. So think about it. Who do you serve? I don't serve anybody. I'm my own man. No, you're not. You're either doing something to help him or you're doing something to hurt him. I don't believe in it. Okay. I don't need to. I don't need to tell you where that's going to lead you. A lake of fire. But worse than a lake of fire, you'll be separated from the Lord. And believe me, I've been 40 years separated from the Lord. I don't want it ever again. So please think about it. Go to a church. Pick up a Bible. Read it. Send me a message down there. I'll tell you. I'll help as much as I can if you want to know. But it's time to start serving our King before he gets here. We need all the help we can get. God bless you. I love you as Yeshua loves you, and he loves you.